If there's one song that I could choose to play on my channel without the fear of copyright in any form, it would be a little song that goes diggy diggy hole. Hello everyone and welcome to Dwarf Fortress, a game that has taken the gaming sphere by storm in just the past month. And this is a game that is a forefather or the inspiration to many civ management games like RimWorld. And this is Dwarf Fortress, a game where you take a colony of dwarves and your goal is just to survive. Much like Crusader Kings 3, there really is no set goal. You're just there for story. And Dwarf Fortress, oh man, can it generate stories. So I'm not going to take much time getting into the game because I want to spend the majority of hopefully just this 30-minute episode to spend time with our dwarves. And I'm just going to quickly set my settings here. So mineral occurrence is frequent, so it's not everywhere, but still there to where we can make some money at least early game. A history rank of 50 years, that'll be important later. And number of civilizations up to high, so we have more possible dwarven, elven, human, and goblin civilizations. And just to let you all know that I do play with some mods. Yeah, just audible alerts, see-through smoothing, horn beetles, which if you're a fan of Kruggsmash, I don't know why I have brain fart. If you're a fan of Kruggsmash and you watched his Scorch Fountain series, you should be familiar with these little creatures, and they're just a bundle of joy that I absolutely love. And reduced fog mount. That's all I run. Because Dwarf Fortress already has enough content to where it will keep you satisfied. Now let's get into world generation. Honestly, my favorite part of the game and what I had the most hours in is just regenerating the world over and over and over again. Because yeah, as you're seeing on screen, the world is forming. You have the histories, religions are cropping up, civilizations are being born, wars are fighting, people are being born and dying. And all of this land is just yours for the taking of which civilization you want to start at. And having a look around this is there's a lot of potential. I'm saying that there's not any fortress or civilization there. It has some dwarves down there. Nothing up through here, which is surprising. Some dwarves there, some over there. Ooh, those dwarves have this entire island to themselves. That's interesting. Nothing up there and up there. And so Dwarf Fortress, it's definitely a CPU heavy game. So if you're going to pick this up and you have a low-end computer, it will run if you're smart about it. Because the more years that you have, you'll have a massive amount of history to go through, and you won't be able to see that many special enemies in the game early on, but you'll see more werewolves and vampires as if you have longer world generation. And of course a lot more dwarven civilizations and goblins and humans and elves. But we're just going to get right in to the game and just let the generation happen. Oh, I love this game. I also love the music. So before we actually get into it, we have some different modes, which adventure mode, as it says here, it's coming soon. Think of that as a typical RPG where you take control of a group of adventures. So you go around the world that you just made. We have Legends mode, which if we take a look in here, this is every single event that has happened since World Generation. Every single minor detail, from people being born, from sites of civilizations, from artifacts being made, books are written, religions, underground regions. Every single civilization entity structures in the current age, which we are in the Age of Myth. The Age of Myth was a time when living gods and mighty beasts still held sway. And it just tracks by the year and month and day. You have events happening all over the world, and it's just this generation of storytelling right here. In the mid-spring of year 2, the Herefrins, Sporo, Ferndavs, the unseen of the imprisoned mouse, create the position of head executioner as a matter of course. Someone felt the need to have a head executioner as a matter of necessity. Wow. And then you have sites being funded. You have positions being gained, people living, people dying, people being born, wars being fought. Like here, in the early on of year 3, the rampage of the mountain titan, Thula jump rawness, the born steel of bulbs and spike shields occurred. And down here, early on of year 3, the duel of the dwarf Tulon Call Mirrors and the mountain titan Thulon Jumps Ross, the born steel of bulbs occurred. I wonder who won out on that. Oh, down here, the mountain titan Thula Jump Rawness, the born steel bulbs was struck down by the dwarf's spike shields. So that dwarf actually managed to kill a titan. That's very interesting. So he must be, or was, a legend to his people. Very well done, spike shields. I mean, Toulon. But we're going to start out our own story today, marking our place in history or dwarven civilization that we are going to choose. So we have a few. We have the Castle Monks, the Celebrated Furnace, the infamous Book, the Stirred Sacks, the Autonomous Gates. I'm going to go with the Castle of Monks for really no particular reason except that I kind of like the area that it is in, and so I'm going to have a look around here, and I'll be back when we actually have a place to call potentially home. Alright, I'm back, and I changed our starting civilization to the Celebrated Furnace, so we'll be up here in the Dunes of Containing in the Uncertain Land, so still part of the same continent. And we're going to be in this area down here, which is a lightly sold area with sparse wood, so not that many trees. Well, over here might be little bears since we're already on the road, which can help with trading. And what's important here is the iron and flexstone layer. So I'm still learning Dwarf Fortress, but I know that if you have a flexstone layer with iron, you can potentially make steel one of the strongest weapons to have in the game, as well as some of the more pricey materials to have when making artifacts, which is all good. I think I'll sell in this area, right down here, though. That area has iron, gold, silver, copper, nickel, zinc, and lead. Over here we have iron, silver, copper, nickel, zinc, and platinum. I think the gold will be better to have, although yeah, this part right here. So we're going to bump the embark down to a 3x3 store. It's smaller, but it'll help with with processing, and I already have a pre-made settlement here. The peasant beetles. With all my peasants and all my beetles, although I'm gonna get rid of one beetle so that way I can have more food, because I was messing around earlier and I need food. You need food, especially if you have an iffy location. I'm going to increase the drinks up to 70. Food at 45. And seeds at 15. We have one horned cave beetle, male and female. And we have a bunch of peasants. So I'm also going to randomize. I'm going to also random the name of our civilization. Well, our settlement, our civilization is. I'll look at it in a second. We're going to be the. Well, I'll just do all this and come back to you guys when we're done. A dwarven outpost. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek is finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all fast rush. Bass. Yes, Arvish. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook provide for your dwarves. You're expecting a supply caravan just before winter dooms you, but it is spring now. Enough time to dwell, secure lodgings, ere the dingoes get hungry. A new chapter of the dwarven history begins here at this place. Sons and Salt, Helmclaw, strike the earth, dwarfs. And strike we will. And here we are at our wonderful little settlement. And at the back of a... Whoa. So we are high above a mountain. Jeez. Actually, we're just one sea level. Ooh, we got a lot of digging to do if we want to get to the caverns. And a lot of work to try and get caravans, but I don't imagine that'll be hard. So, here we have our starting 7 dwarves. And when I said Dwarf Fortress is a story generator, oh man, do I mean it. So let's take a look at our dwarves and get to know them just a little bit better. Starting with one who's already signed themselves as a miner, Eden Stenith Dwarf, or Theater Loved. He values decorum. He's tough, inclined to abstract. Pushling ominous. I have no idea what that means. I probably need to look up. He's vain but proud. And his personality is where we get into the dwarf's head. So the overview, we just get an overview of their whole being, how their health is, how old they are, what their position is, if they're in the military, if they have unmet needs, or just their general thoughts. But here in personality, we really get to know the dwarf. And Eden here, well, he has willpower and a good spatial sense, but he has an iffy memory and meager kinesthetic sense. He has a tendency to consider ideas and abstractions over practical applications. He sometimes acts with little determination and confidence. He's pleased by his own appearance and talents. He thinks he is fairly important in the grand scheme of things. He has an active imagination. He does not have a great aesthetic sensitivity. He occasionally overindulges, and he can handle stress. He's quick to form negative views about things. He tries to keep his things in orderly. He doesn't mind a little tumult, discourse, and day-to-day living. He certainly acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. He needs alcohol to get through the working day. He likes working outdoors and grumbles only mildly and inclined to weather. which is actually good because it's going to start raining soon and we're going to need dwarves working outside. If we look at his thoughts, he doesn't really have any because game's still paused. But if we look at his values, we get to see what he holds close to him. And down here, he personally views decorum as a high ideal and is deeply offended by those that fail to maintain it. Doesn't care about nature one way or another, and doesn't care about art one way or another. And he dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. So I'm still learning Dwarf Fortress myself. I really haven't gotten to the end game. But if you're having problems with your dwarves' moods, because if you look up here, we can see their moods. We're very happy, please, a little happy, neutral. They're not feeling too good. They're getting angry. You better lock that person up or else they're going to murder everyone in sight. So you don't want your dwarves getting down here. So like I just said, they get there. You're not going to like what happens. You want them to be up here most of the time, and you'll never have all your population be, completely and utterly happy with everything. Every dwarf has their own likes and dislikes, and no two dwarves are the same. But if you want to try and improve one dwarf's mood from this to here to hopefully get back up to here and keep them from going berserk, take a look at their personality, take a look at their traits, their values, their preferences. Because let's look here. Eden likes ritual, nickel, bloodstone, crystal, glass, reindeer antler, the color pine green, battle axes, armor stands, snow wraiths for their bloated appearance, the words of the golden rod glimmer and the sight of the wondrous poet. When possible, he prefers to consume coyote, finger malt, beer, and paradise nut fruits. He absolutely detests large roaches. I hope that doesn't count for our horned beetles because we love them. So if you want to make a dwarf better, look at their preferences. Like Eden here, he likes battle axes, so have a dwarf forge him a battle axe for a gift, or armor stands, just make a bunch of armor stands. Or make him a statue of a snow wraith. That can work, and you of course need to meet their needs. You want all their needs met so they're flooded with good memories and don't have that many bad memories. And in the background, it's starting to rain. So I at least want to get to summer with a farm plot, some room for the dwarves to live in, and get all the stuff from the wagons inside the fort and ready to go. And I'm actually going to start by getting a zone made for our animal herds. Because since we don't have the caverns yet, we can't put our animals inside the fortress. So we gotta let them graze outside, or else they'll start starving. And then I'm also going to chop. Oh, we really don't have that much wood, so I'm making... So in this game, you need to make beds. And you can only make beds with wood. Everything else you can make with stone, but beds you need wood. So we're actually going to just chop down every single tree. And until we have access to the caverns, we're going to be struggling. And what am I talking about caverns? Well, there's a layer of underground caverns where you can grow food, which is ideal for your farmers, and get trees for more wood, which is ideal for more dwarves. And how do I want to start the fortress entrance? Because probably have that be a big entrance. I'll probably just make a little small one here to cut through. So we'll go in like that. Go up here. And do something like that starting out. And then, game is on pause, and the dwarves are off to it. And they're just working on their own. I'm gonna make a wood stockpile. And since we don't really have a place to fish right now, I'm going to make our fisher dwarf, Zoben Nikdem Ning de Duke, or Burner Manor, also a miner, as well as our expedition leader, Zing Tish Isobab, who, if we actually look at their personality, they're fearless, high stamina, good intuition, unobserved, poor empathy, and not musical. So their good intuition is what led this colony of dwarves, the Helm Claw of the fortress, here to this location to start up a fortress on their own. So I see why the dwarves chose them as their expedition leader. And we got a source of water there. That could be good. Zubin, what are you doing? Oh, you're fishing. Well, we're not going to have you fish for a while. So we'll just go down to fish dwarves and nobody does this. We need to get this fortress carved out ASAP. Because we are burning time. We don't have that long until summer. Or fall even. So we need to get moving, dwarves. Get to it. That should be enough for all the wood. Oh, we have a fight. The kangaroo doe is fighting a horned cave beetle? Oh boy. So take a look at the combat log. You can counter on certain announcements. The stray horned cave beetle attacked the kangaroo doe, but she jumped away. The stray horned cave beetle stands up, attacks the kangaroo doe, but jumped away. Ooh, a lot just happened there. Strayhorn cave beetle charges at the Strayhorn cave beetle. What? Are the cave beetles fighting? Healthy. She's terrified while in conflict, annoyed. Can't look at what's going on. Okay, so looks like we got a dead kangaroo soon. Ooh, poor guy. Or gal. What's going on up here? Why are you killing the kangaroos? Okay, we need to get this fort carved out so we can just get them all in here. Jumps away, jumps away. The Strayhorn cave beetle stands up. The kangaroo attacks the Strayhorn cave beetle, but she jumps away. The Strayhorn cave beetle attacks the kangaroo, but she jumps away. Strayhorn cave beetle bites the kangaroo in the left lower leg, bruising the fat. Bites it in the arm. Bites the kangaroo in the upper body, bruising the muscle and bruising the right lung. It's having trouble breathing. Misses the buck, jumps away, misses the buck. Ooh. The kangaroo buck kicks the Strayhorn cave beetle in the right eye with its right foot, and the injured part explodes into gore. We might have just lost our cave beetle. Which means we won't be able to breed them. Oh no. Oh no. Tired injured. Ooh. Yeah, we need to get this stuff built, so... I know this is not the ideal farm plot, but it's what we got to work with. And, alright, mid-spring, so we will hopefully have a migrant wave soon. Then we'll also prepare a farm station there. But right now, we can survive like this. Like, if it was always just 7 dwarves, we can survive like this. We have plenty of food, we have plenty of drink. We can just keep our resources to ourselves and no one would ever bat an eye. But here, we want to attract other dwarves. We want to become a mountain home, where the king of our civilization could go, that is the seat of our realm. The prized jewel of all dwarves that call the celebrated furnace home. And our site government is Crafts of Twisting. If we look at relationships in Amos, we can see that all the starting 7 dwarves are close friends with each other, or at least friends, and they each worship their own individual deity, which could be a problem if they don't have a place to worship. But for now, everything is good. Oh, gypsum. And first sites. So, now that we have this little entrance area carved out, I'm going to make it the new meeting hall, where all the dwarves will just come there, gather, and socialize while we keep working. And most importantly, they won't get grumpy when caught in the rain. I'll just go hide all of this as well, because I want the entrance to look nice. So right now, they're all gathering around the wagon here, which is outside, and we don't like that. We want them all inside where they can just come, relax, and socialize with each other. And while I'm also thinking about, I'll probably end up expanding, like another route here, because this will probably end up being the trade depot. We'll go start digging down. Let's see, trying to find the dead center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here will be 3 by 3. Got to dig down. Now at least want to dig 4 Z levels down. And since we're pretty much at the top of a mountain, we'll probably go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Z levels down. So we got a lot of digging to do before we reach the caverns. And I just realized I messed up on some, so try getting rid of... Can get rid of those stairs? No? Okay. So I messed up there. Now the dwarves are all gathering around this one area, which is good. We want them all gathered up in one area so we can keep track of them easily. Now, I know this might seem tedious, so I'll probably cut until I have a more basic fortress layout. Yep, missed a little spot. Now this is the wall dessert. The start of the proper Dwarven Tavern. Where everyone can come in, rest, and relax. This is the beginning of home, dwarfs. Home for Helmclaw. and the crafts of twisting. Look, they're starting to sing. How neat. And I'm gonna put 2 of these dwarves. High kinesthetic sense, not easily depressed, resist sickness, frail. Good analytical ability, disdain sacrifice. I'm gonna have you be stonecutter and engraver. And then you, Earth, who's private, strong, recovers quickly, high stamina, resists sickness, and a brawler. You might be a good military general one day. I'm also gonna have you be a stonecutter because we gotta get these bedrooms all smoothed out. Because while doors are fine with, you know, the standard rock salt cavern floor, they like things to be a little bit more smooth. So that way it looks nice and they're a lot happier. Give them a bedroom to be proud of. And that also reminds me I need to work on a proper stockpile. Which will probably end up being this section now that I'm thinking about having this be a, you know, the grand entrance because we do have a lot of space down here. It already depends on where the caravans come from and where migrants arrive, because if they arrive somewhere up here, that changes a lot of planning. If they arrive somewhere down below, I can work with that. Yeah, I need to find proper stockpiles, and can someone come and dismantle the wagon? We don't need that anymore. We need the wood. Speaking of, I'll get my carpenter, who is Ursh. I'm gonna have you start making a bunch of beds. Because we need a bunch of beds. Looks like we're getting some of the bedrooms now carved out. Perfect. Now that this one's done, go here and smooth all of that out. We want it to be as smooth as a baby's bottom. And the dwarves are running up here to get some drinks, cool off, and eat. Also meat. Are you faint? Why are you injured? Alright, you did have that fight. I need to make some nest boxes soon. And, who's fighting the corn? The kangaroos came back. But we got more bedrooms carved out, which means more engraving to be done. We have migrants. Now our population has jumped from 7 to 15? 15 dwarfs. And they're not all children. We have an actual engraver. That's going to help out a ton. We have a weaponsmith. And you're not going to be helping a lot, so you can be a hauler, but we actually have an engraver. That's so good. Disdains advice, good with language, not musical, thrill seeker, high will, and absentine. And they have some military training to them. That's really good. So you will definitely be a stonecutter. And we have a peasant. That's awesome. Disdains cunning, disdains while ungrateful, poor spatial sense, good with language, musical. You might be our tavern keeper, but for now you'll be a hauler. And we have a woodcrafter. That's good. He's a novice planter, a novice animal dissector, a novice weaver, and a master woodcrafter. Duly known. And we have a master stonecrafter who's talented stonecrafter, competent trapper, a novice waxworker. We have a gem setter who's talented, a novice level worker, and an honest lay maker. Very interesting. And a proper jeweler, which is what we're going to be needing to make some early game money. So our expedition leader might slowly but surely be pushed away from digging and mining once we get up and running, but well, now we got a lot of work to do. So welcome, dwarves. Welcome to Sonsis Insult Helmclaw, which is now midsummer of the year 50. And oh boy, I need to get this area dug out ASAP so that way we can get crafting stuff. The tavern song! Oh, I love this song. Sing it, dwarves! See, I'm actually gonna get one of my weaponsmiths since we don't really have a smithy right now. You can help with the stone cutting. And the rest, since we don't have a dedicated job, they will end up just gathering plants. We're gonna give this bedroom up here to our miner Eden. Down here, Lord kind of claimed the bed, so that's theirs now. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dwarves working on smoothing things out, which is all good. We'll give this bedroom up here to our expedition leader. Hey, 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 hey. And I'm going to take our woodcrafter, a woodcutter off of the stone carving duties because we need more beds. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. What just happened? They're pale. Oh no. We're going to lose one of our cave beetles. I hate that. Just lost a cave beetle. That's sad. That's incredibly sad. We just lost a beetle. It was a female too. Go designate this area over here as a corpse and refuge pile. Oh man, that sucks. Well, on that note, I'm actually going to call it here. So, we have the start of a strong fortress on our hands. We're slowly but surely building stuff, and in time, I'm sure Helmclaw will become a strong, maybe not just a dwarven outpost, maybe not even the mountain home, but just a good place to come for those of the cleansed furnace. If you all want to see more Dwarf Fortress here on the channel, do let me know either in the comments or just, engagement in the video. I'll probably still I'll probably end up live streaming this game at some point because I really do love Dwarf Fortress. I love the creative aspect of just planning out and building a fort. I haven't really experienced that much combat, so I probably need to get into it as well. But I really just love the, go out and build a fort aspect of the game. And people do have reasons why they love Dwarf Fortress. I love it for the story generation and the fort making. And it's really just one of those games where if you have the money to spend on it, buy it. This is a game that I can absolutely say with 100% certainty you will not regret getting. If you are into games like RimWorld and, of course, Dwarf Fortress here, where you manage a population and just really have no set goal. But I've been Type 1 Dragon, you've all been awesome, and until next time, stay safe out there, dwarfs.